So now we look at Samuel chapter 9. And Samuel anoints Saul. That's the title in the NIV Bible. Let's read quickly through the chapter and see what it's all about. So there was a Benjamite, a man of standing whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, the son of Zorer, the son of Bakorath, the son of Aphiah of Benjamin. Kish had a son named Saul, as handsome a young man as could be found anywhere in Israel, and he was a head taller than anyone else. Now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father Kish were lost, and Kish said to his son Saul, "Take one of the servants with you and go and look for the donkeys." So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area around Shalisha, but they did not find them. They went on into the district of Shalim, but the donkeys were not there. Then he passed through the territory of Benjamin, but they did not find them. When they reached the district of Zuph, Saul said to the servants who was with him, "Come, let's go back, or my father will stop thinking about the donkeys and start worrying about us." But the servant replied, "Look, in this town there is a man of God. He is highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go there now. Perhaps he will tell us where they are. He will tell us the way to take, what way to take." Saul said to the servant, "If we go, what can we give this man? The food in our stacks is gone. We have no gift to take to the man of God. What do we have?" The servant answered him again. "Look," he said, "I have a quarter of a shekel of silver. I will give it to the man of God, so that he will tell us what way to take." Formerly to inquire of God, they would say, "Come, let us go to the seer, because the prophet of today used to be called a seer." "Good," Saul said to the servant, "come, let's go." So they set out for the town where the man of God was. As they were going up the hill to the town, they met some young women coming down to draw water, and they asked them, "Is the seer here?" "He is," they answered. "He's ahead of you. Hurry now. He has just come to our town today, for the people have a sacrifice at the high place. As soon as you enter the town, you will find him before he goes up to the high place to eat. The people will not begin eating until he comes, because he must bless the sacrifice afterward. Those who are invited will eat. Go up now. You should find him about this time." They went up to the town, and as they were entering it, there was Samuel coming toward them on his way up to the high place. Now, the day before Saul came, the Lord had revealed this to Samuel. "About this time tomorrow, I will send you a man from the land of Benjamin. Anoint him ruler over my people Israel. He will deliver them from the hand of the Philistines. I have looked on my people, for their cry has reached me." When Samuel caught sight of Saul, the Lord said to him, "This is the man I spoke to you about. He will govern my people." Saul approached Samuel in the gateway and asked, "Would you please tell me where the seer's house is?" "I am the seer," Samuel replied. "Go up ahead of me to the high place, for today you are to eat with me, and in the morning I will send you on your way and will all that is in your heart. As for the donkeys you lost 3 days ago, do not worry about them. They have been found. And to whom is all the desire of Israel turned, if not to you and your whole family line?" Saul answered, "But I am not a Benjamite. But am I not a Benjamite from the smallest tribe of Israel? And is not my clan the least of the clans of the tribe of Benjamin? Why do you say such a thing to me?" Then Samuel brought Saul and his servant into the hall and seated them at the head of those who were invited, about 30 in number. Saul said to the cook, "Bring the piece of meat I gave you, the one I told you to lay aside." So the cook took up the thigh with what was on it and set it in front of Saul. Samuel said, "Here is what has been kept for you. Eat, because it was set aside for you for this occasion, from the time I said, 'I have invited guests.'" And Saul dined with Samuel that day. After they came down from the high place to the town, Samuel talked to Saul on the roof of the house. They rose about daybreak, and Samuel called to Saul on the roof, "Get ready, I will send you on your way." When Samuel got ready, he and Saul went outside together. As they were going down to the edge of the town, Samuel said to Saul, "Tell the servant to go ahead of us." And the servant did so. "But you stay here for a while, so that I may give you a message from God." And that's the chapter 9. So we saw yesterday in chapter 8 that the children of Israel and the rulers representing them were adamant about having a king. And the Lord has said to the prophet Samuel, "Don't worry about it. Just do what they tell you to do. Just do what they tell you to do." And prophet Samuel was not happy with the decision that the people of Israel were making. So now it is interesting that the Lord Himself has set aside somebody who is going to be the king over Israel. That even after the inquiry or the request of the people of Israel seemed to be the wrong decision, and they were told what the king would do, the Lord actually took care of their need or their request and put in it a divine reasoning or a divine purpose for it, which was that He would fight the Philistines, this king that they so badly wanted, so that they would become like all the other nations. That same king is who God would use to destroy the Philistines. And it says so. And the Lord Himself set apart somebody. Otherwise, He wouldn't lead Samuel to this same Saul. Saul, on the other hand, is just minding his own business, doing whatever he's doing on the farm, helping his father, and his father sends him out as a normal routine, probably thing that you would do on a farm in the countryside. Go and look for the donkeys. That happens. It doesn't happen every day, but it's frequent enough. And it doesn't seem like anything holy or divine or, oh my gosh, sacred. But in that routine job, he stumbles upon his divine mandate and his divine purpose as the king of Israel. Isn't it interesting how we fall upon the very thing that destiny calls us to do when we are doing the usual things in life? And Saul could have refused to go and look for the donkeys. I mean, he could have said, "Send the servant himself and he'll be fine by himself." But he has a wise servant who goes along with him. And this servant, oh my gosh, look at the role of servants. On two occasions, he makes very profound and needful suggestions. They become very important pointers to the direction that Saul takes. Number one, he says, "Let us inquire of a seer in this town." I will not refer to the verses right now, but you can refer to them. Let us inquire, and I know that there's a seer here. He's resourceful. He knows that there is a way out. There's a way of help, and he seeks it out and tells his master about it. Sometimes we shut up and we have solutions. Now we need to speak up when we are the servants, when you take the role of a servant and we know there's something a master needs. We know it and we refuse to say it sometimes. But he speaks up and says, "How about we inquire of the seer?" And then the second thing that he does, now of course Saul says, "Hey, I don't have money. What are we going to give him?" And he says, "I got a quarter. Have some money. Let us go and give it as a gift." And that sorts it, and Saul's heart is settled, and he follows the suggestion knowing that they will succeed because they've got the prerequisites settled. And they go and look out for for Samuel. And guess what? The prophet Samuel has already been prepared by the Lord Himself. And the Lord Himself has told him the night before, "I'm going to send you a man, and this man, you're going to anoint him as king over Israel." So Israel has their king. And look at the definition. Look at how he's described. The definition of a king in those days physically was he had to stand out. So he did stand out. And it is a man God Himself says as handsome as anybody. And he stands a foot above everybody. So in physical terms, the people were not going to be disappointed. And he says, "I have put in this man my spirit. He is going to defeat the Philistines, and that was his role. That is why he was anointed. Yes, because the children of Israel also wanted it, but because also God was going to use him. And this dual purpose, we must always keep in mind the duplicity and the various reasons why things happen. Things don't just happen supposedly because you want them to happen, but God also has a purpose for the direction that he leads us. Sometimes it seems like it's just a routine thing that we want something because for the sake of wanting it, but the Lord will also impute in it his own objective, which you don't know about. But it is also good to seek to know, what does the Lord want? In this case, what the Lord really wanted was that the enemies of the Israelites, his enemies also, would be defeated. And that was the key thing. And they created that purpose, and it gave them soul. So tomorrow, I'll be looking at what was Samuel telling Saul when he told him, tell the servant to go ahead. What was Samuel gonna tell Saul? Let us find out tomorrow. See you then. Remember to comment below and remember to subscribe. See you tomorrow.